Hello, how you doing? Stephen Fallon here, Future Proof Finance. Talking about pensions again. This is number 10 of 10, so it's the last one in the series. I'm going to call it holiday money. So we're basically talking about the fact that you'll need money for your retirement. All right. So let's look at the ordinary person, the ordinary working person. They do 40 hours a week, pray for Friday, and take a small little retirement. Retire for the weekend. Need X amount of money for the weekend. Let's look at a long weekend. Long weekends are the bane of anyone that's self-employed, because you're thinking, oh no, I'm not earning money on the Monday. But you have a long weekend. So on a long weekend, what do? You go, Jesus, I have enough money to go out 2 nights, or do I have enough money to go out here and there and whatever? And what do we do? Okay, now that's a sort of mini retirement. Now most people who take a regular holiday will plan ahead by the tune of about a year. Okay, so for 2 weeks in the sun, somewhere, I don't know, Spain, Europe, wherever. 2 weeks in the sun, spend a year planning for 2 weeks worth of spending money. Okay, so you think you're going to retire for 2 weeks, you spend a year planning for that, so that you have enough spending money so that you're not tapping into your credit card. Now some people tap into the credit card and spend the next year doing that. That's fine if you're still working. Now retirement, let's look at retirement. You get to 65, 66, assuming you're in good health, you should have about 10 years of decent mobility about you, where you can move around and go on foreign holidays and the rest of it. So that's 10 years worth of money. That's a big fucking holiday. Now if you can plan the weekend and you can plan next year's holiday, why can't you plan for your pension? There's vehicles out there, tax efficient vehicles, to help you save that money so that when you get to a retirement age, you can actually kick back and retire. If you don't do that, you're going to carry on working, or you're going to be as bad as someone who's on the dole now, but you've worked your whole life for the benefit of being on the dole. Like what's the fucking point of that? Let's look at the scenario as it is with regard to what's there. Okay, currently the state pension provides around 200 and odd quid a week. Okay, not a lot of money, and that is, that's done. That's basically taken from the current account. Okay, so that money is taken from the current account for the simple reason we have no pension reserve fund. The pension reserve fund was a ball of money that the government, in their infinite wisdom, decided to throw into the deal with the IMF. In my thinking, I don't think there was. We like to think of the government as a sneaky bunch of feckers, but they weren't sneaky enough with regard to that. They needed to be a little bit sneakier, so they were protecting the people of Ireland with pensions going forward. And we're paying the price since that's been thrown into the mix. The pension age has crept up. It's gone 66, 67, 68. Also PRSI, the numbers of that have to be intact to make sure you get full pension. So they're kind of some of the kickbacks, or not kickbacks, but they're some of the backlashes of giving over the money to the IMF. So at some stage, that could potentially go over in the UK. They've gone with the auto enrollment system. That could potentially come in here. I wouldn't be trusting the government with auto enrollment. I wouldn't trust the government with anything, but especially with auto enrollment. With a pension that's in place now, it's kind of okay. Auto enrollment comes in, and you actually don't know what you're going to be dealing with. So the way to take care of that is to make sure you're providing for yourself, not depend on the government. Anyone with a bit of sense doesn't depend on the government for anything. The government are just there to stick up street lighting and make sure we have a healthcare system and all that sort of stuff. But in relation to making sure you've got money in your pocket, they don't put money in your pocket. They take money out of your pocket. You know this. You pay your taxes. You pay your tax on every damn thing. Any euro that passes through your hand, there's a slice taken off that in tax in any exchange. Okay. So the only way you're going to make provision for your retirement or your holidays. So when you get to 65, 66, you're going to have a 10-year holiday. You want some pension money, you want some holiday money. Make provision for that. Use the tax efficient vehicles that are there. Grow that money and don't depend on the government. If you have any questions in relation to pension or anything pension related, come back to me. If I don't have an answer for you straight away, I'm not too far from an answer. Okay? The company is futureprooffinance.ie.